Hey, what it do, man? It's Jarvis, Kingdom Lawn Care again, man. I just want to make a video. We're gonna cut this backyard. Let's try to turn it around for you. This is what we got, man. We got a weed eat behind the fence. Cut all this. Pretty much ain't nothing but weeds. You go all up there by the house. Cut that little bit around the swing set and stuff like that. Y'all just stick with me, man. Y'all stick to the end. I got a quick tip for y'all too, so stick with me. Alright, so we just got finished, and I do want to say, man, I make a lot of videos. A lot of my videos that I be doing and that I have done is around my house. So that was my property, my backyard. You know, it's just my shop back here and a bunch of stuff for the kids and little stuff like that. But anyway, I don't try to keep the weeds out my backyard. My front yard, I do. I keep my front yard up, and I'll make a video on it one day. I actually did it this morning, dethatched it and fertilized it and stuff like that this morning. But I keep my front yard, try to keep all the weeds out of my front yard. But my backyard, I just keep it cut down for the kids. And then got this little swamp area, man, back here. So I definitely got to keep it down because it's some water moccasins out there. And nah, I ain't had no safety glasses. I ain't had no ear protection or nothing on, no gloves or nothing. I just ran outside to cut my grass real quick. But anyway, a quick update, man, on that Exmark vertex. I got about 10 hours on that mower. I done put it through some, not nothing real thick, but I have put it through, you know, hills and see how it do in wet areas, not too wet to where it's bogged. I ain't gonna try to bog it down, but you know, more marsh yards. And man, I ran a lot of different mowers. I owned Husqvarna, started out with Husqvarna and John Deere, ran those. I had a Wright Standard, Wright Standard X. I just recently sold it right before I got this Vertex. I had a Exmark Vantage. I always been an Exmark man since I started with Exmark. First Exmark mower was a Exmark Pioneer, 52-inch Pioneer. But anyway, man, and then y'all seen I borrowed my one of my partners. I borrowed his Skag V-Ride too. So I say all that to say this, man. Bad Boy ain't even. I ain't gonna knock him. I tried Bad Boy too. But anyway, I say all that to say this, man. I done rode a lot of different mowers, and I know it's a few out there that I haven't tried. But from the ones that I have tried, I'm just here to tell you, man, to be honest with you, all the way. Exmark all the way. I really don't see, man, no other way, man, to cut as far as for what I do down south. You know, St. Augustine, Centipede, Bermuda, Georgia grass. I prefer Exmark over everything. You know, getting in that thick grass, man. You know, discharging thick wet grass. I do prefer the Exmark, man. And that vertex, man, it's the Vantage. I love the Vantage. It was a wonderful mower, but I started having some electrical issues with it, so I got off of it. And like I say in the last video, I was gonna try to get a Stars, but they discontinued it. But anyway, I'm glad I didn't, because you know, after looking into the Stars a little bit more, I heard a lot of people, you know, disliking it. Which at the beginning of last year, I did buy 36-inch Stars, and I don't hardly use it, but that's a whole nother video. I'll talk about that. But anyway, man, my thoughts on that Exmark Vertex, it's the best mower by far that I ran. So I will stand behind that. And I know I mentioned, you know, I really thought about being a dealer. I really have. And my dealer is an old guy, but I don't know how many more years he gonna go, and the next closest dealer to me ain't number 30 minutes away, but I still don't want to have to go that far when he just 7-8 minutes down the road. But we're gonna be lacking a dealer in the city that I live in, man. It's not no dealers, no lawnmower dealers, period. The only people that sell lawnmowers in my city is Lowe's. So I think it'll be a good opportunity, but I love cutting grass. I love doing landscaping. I do it, for the most part, do it solo. My wife come out and help me sometimes. But anyway, man, enough on that. What I wanted to, the tip I wanted to talk to y'all about today, man, was I was talking to one of my partners, man, yesterday, and I've told people this multiple times, and I implemented it in my own business. Sometimes we get to a point in business, man, where we done took on so much, and we done so many properties, and then we feel like we get to a point where we capped off. Oh, I'm gonna get to 75 and I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get to 100 and I'm gonna stop. And even though you can't do no more than 75 properties by yourself, I would never tell you to stop picking up customers at 75. And here's the reason why. Because in lawn care, when we cutting this grass, man, it's like a pole. It's literally like a pole. And at the top of that pole, you're gonna have your very best client. They might bring in $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 every year after landscaping jobs, and then they getting 30 services a year. You know, they letting you do plant annual flowers, trim all the shrubs. So you might score a lot of money off that property, and you love that property. Easy, it don't hold water, it's not a bad property, it's a good property. That property might be at the top of the pole. Well, you take it, and you might have 75 clients. You might be like, oh, all of them good, all of them wonderful clients. But at the bottom of that pole is somebody, even though they are a good client, even though they pay on time, even though the yard decent, it might bring in less money. It might got a spot in the back that you always know you're gonna have to go and weed eat. You know that it might hold water or something, anything. So my whole point is, on that pole, man, if you cap it off at 75 properties, you'll never have. It's not necessarily a perfect business, but you want to have the very best customers possible. You know what I'm saying, for your business. So every time you pull up, you love and enjoy doing it. It's the most profitable. So if you leave it open, even though you at 75 customers, leave it open. So when somebody do call you and they say, hey, John, with John Lawn Care, John, can you come out and give me a quote? Even though you got it in your head, man, I got enough customers right now, I can barely, keep up with what I got. Go out and give that quote. If that yard, and this is how I run my business, if that yard is really just a $60 yard, tell them folks $75. Because see, the moment you tell them $75, and then they say, okay, roll with it, when can you start? You like, oh, they went off $75, then automatically they move up the pole. You know the yard not bad. Now, if the yard just horrible, you just don't want to do it, yeah, pass it on. Pass it to find somebody pass that property too. But then if you see where that yard can be beneficial, it can be better than some more properties that you got, man, move them up. And then the people at the bottom of that pole raise the prices on them, so they'll fall off and make room for some better customers. When you start getting full and start getting to a point where you can't take no more customers, don't just drop the customers and get rid of them. Don't just do it like that. Raise the prices. I know a lot of people in the community, the lawn care community right now, talking about raise the prices. But for me, I raise my prices to a point where I could be most profitable. So when I get to a point where I'm starting to have too many properties for me to maintain, I'm gonna just raise the prices and I'm gonna let everybody else fall off. I'm gonna tell you like this. For the past 3 years, I have given up a lot of properties, and I have raised prices and did different things knowing that it's gonna drop my business down. So for the past 3 years, at the spring of every year for the past 3 years, it's like I have almost started back from the bottom. Not all the way from the bottom, but back down to, like, this year was the lowest. I lost 31 properties. 31 properties. It dropped me all the way back down to like 41 properties. Right now I'm at like 45 or 46. But anyway, it dropped me all the way back down, but I'm fine with that, because right now, I promise you, I will make at least $120,000 in revenue this year just off less than 50 properties. So my point, and it's all because I took the people at the bottom of that pole and I got rid of them and made room for somebody else. And if somebody called me today, guess what? I don't care about winning the job. Used to, when I was in business, I used to be worried about winning every single job. I didn't want nobody to tell me no. So every time I had went to a property, I was trying to give them a price and sell myself to make sure that I got that job. Versus now, I'm telling you, I'm satisfied if I win 20% of the mowing maintenance. Mowing maintenance. I'm not talking about landscaping and side job. Mowing maintenance, I'm satisfied if I win 20%. So I suggest that y'all don't worry about trying to win every job, because everybody don't deserve your business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna appreciate and look at you as what you are truly worth. But anyway, man, that's the tip for the day, man. Hope that encourage y'all, man. Put y'all, boost you up and help you to keep on going, man. I just want to share that with y'all, man. Y'all take care.